Welcome. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the practice of a yarning circle. My name is Jade and I'm a Wiradjuri woman. I work at Gandangara local Aboriginal Land Council in the role of project support. Part of my role is to facilitate yarning circles. At Gandangara, we are all committed to helping our members and community connect with us and each other, to have a real sense of belonging and be given every opportunity to thrive. Gandangara is a team made up of people from different mobs, countries, backgrounds and cultures. Each of our staff members have a unique mind, heart and voice, and we will all benefit from hearing and learning from the stories shared within the yarning circle. What we are able to achieve for others comes from our collective strength and unity of purpose. It comes from our cohesion and willingness to work together as a team. These are precious qualities, and we owe it to ourselves to protect and nourish those qualities in the same way we look after our members' needs as a team. To achieve that important goal, we have developed our own Team Yarning Circle program. We are happy to share this time-honoured practice with you, and we invite you to join us. People are part of a society. We live in families, we work in teams, we develop friendships, we foster partnerships, we create cultures. Connecting personally with others, having a sense of belonging, and the support needed to thrive is both our natural and our preferred state. That's why we have a powerful need to communicate. It is at the heart of all our interactions with each other. We are able to show others who we are by expressing our feelings, thoughts, ideas, fears, and hopes. We are able to teach others and learn from others by sharing our experiences, skills, and insights. However, true communication is never achieved by the words spoken. It is achieved through the words that are heard. True communication begins with the speaker, but is defined by the listener. Too often, people only hear what they want to hear rather than what is said. Too often, people hear how something is said rather than why it is said. Too often, people are waiting to speak rather than wanting to listen. Despite being such a crucial need in all of us, good communication doesn't always come easily. Our upbringing, our culture, our personalities all influence our ability and our manner of communicating, and not always for the better. That's why we can all benefit from improving how we communicate with each other, especially when we're part of a team. The term yarning circle is familiar to Aboriginal people, but the idea is certainly not unique to us. Throughout human history, people have been getting together to talk, discuss important matters, and to share information. For First Peoples though, yarning has always been a conversational process that embraces the telling of stories as a way of preserving and passing on our cultural knowledge. Yarning circles provide a safe, caring place in which everyone can speak freely and openly and reveal their vulnerabilities without fear of being criticised or judged. This requires a level of trust that all participants help create by being open and honest, by actively listening, by acknowledging each other's strengths and knowledge, and sharing their own. It is an inclusive and respectful manner of communicating in which all of our community can come together and be properly heard. For us to honour each other, we must first honour our traditional ways of yarning. By entering the yarning circle, you agree to abide by its rules of conduct, to leave ego behind, to participate with an open and non-judgmental mindset. Everyone in our circle has a voice and an equal opportunity to speak and to be heard. Everyone is able to express and confirm their own individual identity and sense of self. No one is overlooked. No one is of higher or lower standing. Every story has merit. Every statement has validity. Everyone can learn, and everyone can teach. By sharing ourselves with our colleagues, we have connected with them at a more meaningful level. This makes us grow stronger and more confident, both personally and as a team. We can set matters straight, and we can explain misunderstandings and unmet expectations. We can share perspectives and we can express feelings and needs. By doing these things, we are sharing our personal mindfulness of working together in an often stressful environment. This has been critical to our betterment at Gandangara and can assist other businesses to connect and thrive. Participating in our Yarning Circle program is a personal investment in ourselves and in each other. To protect that personal investment and to help it pay the dividends we all want, which is to have a happier and more harmonious team, our Yarning Circles are moderated by suitably skilled facilitators. Their role is to focus the participants on the key areas of discussion, such as our employment conditions, interpersonal relationships, connection with community, family, and our mental and physical well-being. Another significant element of our Yarning Circle is spiritual coaching. Given the cultural importance of country, sacred places, and ancestors to First Peoples, spiritual coaching is essential to our inner well-being and sense of self. It helps to affirm our identity and allows us to share the significant meanings of our life and culture with others. It directly contributes to us being safely grounded and more effective in everything we do, personally and professionally. Of course, our spirituality and how we attend to it is a deeply personal choice, and it is not exclusive to Aboriginal people. Non-Aboriginal team members are also encouraged to share their expressions of spirituality. We are, after all, living in the same world, sharing many of its problems and tribulations. We all shake hands with adversity at some time in our lives. We can't compare pain, but we can share how we deal with it, because at any given time we are all struggling with one problem or another. We may be grieving the loss of a loved one. We may have financial problems. We may be enduring family strife or the pressures of being a single parent. We may have a chronic health problem. We may suffer from anxiety or depression. We may be going through a divorce or just feel lonely and isolated. All of these circumstances impact directly on our thinking and our feelings, and ultimately on our behaviour at home and at work. Our Yarning Circle is no substitute for professional counselling, but it is an appropriate place for us to share an insight into our lives with our colleagues. It can help explain our mood changes and upsets, our apparent distraction, or our undue intensity. It can throw a light onto our inconsistencies and our demands. Most of all, it rounds us out for others to see the fuller person that we all are. It closes the distance between the person we are in private and the person we are at work. And by doing that, it actually makes us happier, and a happier person is a better worker. Our Yarning Circle provides a safe place to express our innermost thoughts and feelings, and we also provide a safety net. This process is intended to help us all grow stronger and grow closer. However, should any personal revelations cause heightened anxiety in the individual, or hint at a problem that may need professional care, especially in the areas of emotional and mental well-being, our trained moderators and transitional coaches provide a handover point to professional organisations such as employee assistants, program counsellors, psychologists, and First Peoples mental health providers. Our aim is making us all feel better about ourselves and each other, and to share the enjoyment of a more satisfying work life. Our Yarning Circle program is at the heart of that outcome. It strengthens the links in the chain of our connection to each other, and it provides the safe centre of our belonging. It reveals our personal roadmap to thriving. This is what the Yarning Circle has given to us, as a culture, as a community, and a workplace. If you would like to learn more about the Yarning Circle and how it might benefit your workplace, reach out to us at Gandangara, where we can connect, belong, and thrive.
I feel like Yarning Circles are a special way people can be together. I feel very grounded and settled when I'm in one. Even though I'm not Aboriginal, I feel a sense of belonging in the people I'm with there. And there's almost a physical sense of well-being I feel when I'm in one, a sense of feeling connected with everyone there, feeling belonging, welcomed. And it lasts after the yarning circle finishes for hours later in that day. There's this wonderful sense of well-being that comes from it for me.
Well, with the yarning circle, sometimes you don't see the group that comes in maybe once a week or once a month or something. At least it gives you time to catch up. And it's like, to me, it's a cultural thing as well, because back in the days, what my mum and that used to tell, they used to all get together and yarn and talk about issues and stuff like that. And that's part of culture as well.
I love listening to the stories that get told in a yarning circle. I feel like they're very informative. And I just love listening to other people's stories and finding out who they are, and it helps me understand who I am as a person as well. And I actually just found out I'm actually related to one of the ladies that was in the yarning circle. But yeah, both our tribes are connected. We actually share the same great-grandfather. And yeah, that was very interesting to me. And yeah, I just like learning about different things like that.
Just like sitting around the table at home with your mob, you know, and all talking, and you feel a lot better when it's all finished. I always say it's like a case conference, but in our way, you know, to have a case conference. And like in these days, we have case conferences about clients, and you come up with solutions. Whereas we sit around and yarn and talk, and that's our case conference.
Well, I feel, you know, all the things I learn about these traditional cultural practices are just very wise. You know, they're not tradition for the sake of tradition. They're actually very wise practices that help support connection and community and well-being in the people there. And I think everyone should enjoy one and experience what it's like.
It's just great we get together and have this, and to reflect on what happened through the week that we've been through, what we've been going through. If we had any problems, we could talk about it and bring it all out here. And we got in the right place. We got the health service here to help us as well, you know, if we need any help.
I think that yarning circles are important because it's a way for people to connect with one another. And you know, like I said, you can find out a lot about a person, a lot about who you are, a lot about your culture, especially if you've never experienced anything like that before. They're very informative, and very helpful for people who are trying to find out who they are, where they come from. You never know who could be in the yarning circle, and you never know who you could be connected to.